In the frostbitten northern kingdom of Valenhall, where the winds howl like wolves and the gods are carved from black ice, power is more precious than fire. The realm is ruled by Lord Merrick Valen, a hardened warlord whose banners bear the mark of a flaming axe and whose rule was forged in blood and siegecraft. But even the fiercest fire can be smothered by its own embers. Enter Sir Caldus Thorne, the orphan son of a disgraced knight, raised in Merrick's court as a ward. By the time he was 16, Caldus had already bested seasoned warriors in the yard, debated lords into silence at the feasting table, and devised siege tactics that outwitted even Merrick's oldest commanders. He was handsome, articulate, and above all, dangerously competent. Merrick, now in his early 50s, was no fool. He recognized Caldus' brilliance early. At first, he embraced it, praised him in court, made him captain of the Black Watch, his elite guard. Rumors whispered through the stone halls that Merrick saw the boy as the son he never had. But the court saw something else. The nobles, the bannermen, the ladies of Valenhall, they saw a rising star. They toasted to Caldus' victories. They whispered of the boy king of the north. And when Merrick's health began to wane after a failed hunt, chest pain, short breath, the murmurs grew louder. The breaking point came during the Feast of Winter Flame, a night of music, fire wine, and treacherous cheer. Caldus arrived in jet-black armor laced with crimson steel, a personal gift from the smiths of Skyren Vale, sent notably to him and not Lord Merrick. He gave a toast meant to honor his lord, but it was too eloquent, too commanding. The hall was silent, then erupted in applause. Merrick smiled, but his knuckles whitened on the goblet. Later that night, Merrick called for his spy master. 2 weeks later, Caldus was summoned to the High Tower under pretense of receiving the title of First Marshal of the North. He arrived cloaked in black, sword sheathed, unaware that 3 guards had already been paid in secrets and gold. There was no trial, no ceremony. Only Lord Merrick, sitting in the gloom, hand on the hilt of his old battle-worn axe. "A shadow grows long before the sun sets," Merrick said. "And you, boy, have grown longer than your station allows." Caldus, ever poised, didn't beg, didn't speak, just held Merrick's gaze until the end. They buried him beneath the Tower of Ghosts, where traitors and would-be kings lie tangled in dust. But the tale didn't end there. Whispers soon spread that Caldus had written letters before his fall, one to the king in the south, one to the bastard of Emberfall, and one to Merrick's own niece, Lady Kaelin, who sat close enough to the old lord's throne to taste its iron. 2 winters later, Valenhall burned from within, a rebellion not led by steel, but by secrets, debts, and carefully planted resentment. And when Merrick lay dying from poison in his own wine cup, it was Kaelin who stood above him. "You taught us to fear the fire," she whispered, "but it was the ember you should have watched." Moral of the story: never outshine the master. For the master has the power to snuff your light, and the fear to make it seem necessary.